Overall, there was a lot I took away from analyzing my space. I did an analysis of a place that was very close to my heart. However, I had no part in the creation of this place. It existed before I got there and will continue existing long after I'm gone. By doing this analysis, there were a lot of things that I realized and learned that I wouldn't have known had I not taken the time to analyze my place. I did analysis of my barn back home. Now, this isn't a barn that I own, it's more of a place that I board my horse at each month and pay for lessons with my trainer. I spent every day there for 6 years, so even though I'm now 1,000 miles away from that little farm in Amherst, New Hampshire, I can picture every detail like I'm standing in the aisle and soaking it all in. My central claim was that the entire barn is made to bring people together and to encourage them to stay. This place worked extraordinarily hard to invite people in the first place and have them stay a little longer, and to continue coming back year after year. It worked as well. I was just one of the many loyal customers, and even though I left, there are still people there who will continue to come back for years. From a research standpoint, doing a place like this was difficult. There are so many things that are there for a practical reason that it was almost hard to separate the things that make a barn, but rather what make the business. My place isn't some little barn that is in someone's backyard for their family to do trail rides together, but rather a fully functioning business with employees and incomes. One of the main ways to gather information was by conducting an interview with the owner. She had told me she had built this place to bring people together, so for my field work I focused on this. I visited my barn for the first time since I left for school in August, and just watched as an outsider. By doing this, I was able to see the differences from the place I had remembered so well. Because I knew this place so well, it was hard to picture it objectively in my mind. However, going back after being gone for some time, it was different. There was a quote by Oscar Wilde that went, "Memory is the diary that we all carry with us." However, for the research of an analysis, my memory would never be enough. I pictured this place in my head that was never more than my second home. The hardest part of doing this analysis was taking a place and truly breaking it apart and realizing what each part means. This was a place that I went to every day and never took the time to think about it as anything other than the barn. We didn't even call it by its business name. To us, it was simply the barn. So by looking at it from a business standpoint was different. My entire interpretation was changed. To me, this was supposed to be my second home. However, seeing the things that were done to invite a certain kind of person and to continue to have them be loyal was something that took a while to wrap my head around. I think that this is something that everyone could benefit from understanding. I think that by taking a place that you know so well and bringing it down to its underlying meaning helps you understand this place as a whole. There was a quote by John Lennon that said, "Reality leaves a lot to the imagination," which I think could be very beneficial to take into account when analyzing a place like this. When stating the reality, however, is an interpretation of the so-called reality. This is something that people can take away from the interpretation process. Every one of us in this class could interpret the same place, and although the interpretations may be similar, they will always be different.